I've lived in Gate City my whole life. I still live over there.
So now, what year did you graduate?
2005.
2005.
Oh.
So,
It makes me feel really old.
That makes me feel old saying that.
So after that, you went to Virginia Tech. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And so then you came back, and now you are teaching 8th grade math. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm teaching at John Spear Middle School. I got a job at Sevier right out of college, and I've been teaching there ever since. I've been coaching at DB for 5 years.
So we talk about this as kind of a rivalry between Gate City and Dobyns-Bennett. You know, of course, the proximity to schools. Tell us a little bit about whenever you were in high school, and was that present then, and just sort of your experience and memories from Gate City.
Oh, listen, I think it's always been a rivalry between the two schools because both schools have so many amazing fans and such a following in our community. And so I think it's always been a big rivalry. I'm not going to lie, I struggled this morning with what color to wear. I was like, do I wear maroon? Do I wear blue? I really did struggle. So I ended up wearing just, white and black and trying to be neutral between the two because it's hard for me to choose one.
Well, now, school today, you told me you were going to be wearing your blue because you asked me what I was wearing.
Well, I did wear my blue earrings, but I didn't want to put my job in jeopardy here.
Well, see, that's why you walk the line like I am right now.
I know. Mr. Carr right now has got on a Gate City polo and a DB hat, so he's
I'm getting harassed
both.
by both sides, actually. I've been stopped I don't know how many times.
Yeah, our inbox is filling up with irate Gate City fans that says if you're not true blue, then you're not blue at all. So,
but I do see some of our administrations over on the other side, though, so I've got to be, representing my paycheck.
Listen, when I walked in tonight, I said to some of the other coaches, "Go Big Blue," and it did not go over too well.
So now you coach the dance team. Now, how long have you done that here at Dobyns-Bennett?
Well, I've coached dance team for 10 years total in Kingsport. I coached middle school for a while, but now I've been coaching high school for 5 years. And I was a dancer my whole life. I took dance classes in Gate City at Jenkins School of Dance.
Okay, yeah.
Growing up, and I've just always loved dance. And coaching is probably my favorite part of my job. I love it.
So now do you all do any competitions, or are you all involved with anything like that, or are you doing anything tonight, for example?
Well, tonight we are performing a special routine. We are actually performing at Boys Halftime. We've got a special Christmas-themed routine for you guys tonight.
Wow.
And we have a special guest that may be here from the North Pole, and that's all I can say.
Okay. So, Mr. Carr, we'll have to, you'll be double duty tonight, is that
Well,
right?
I've got on blue and maroon, but no red and white. Sorry, not me.
That's back in the locker room. So, okay, now, of course, the fans out there want to know, you work with this guy, unfortunately, I guess, but, so what kind of teacher is he really? Is he that?
Okay, time to go to a commercial break on this.
Okay, well, let me tell you the inside scoop here. Chris Carr is known as the fun teacher at our school.
Oh, no.
He is always the one who's up for shenanigans. He's always the one who's up for a good practical joke.
It's amazing, though, sometimes I get blamed for things I don't even have any part of.
One time, I'm a Virginia Tech fan, and I walked in my classroom, and there was a huge sign that said, "Go UT," and I blamed him for about 3 years.
She comes storming into my room with that sign right in the middle of class, and I had no idea what she was talking about.
It did end up being someone else, but I wouldn't put it past him.
So he is the coach that normally he'll just put in a video, and nobody ever really learns.
Oh, no, he is a social studies teacher, and he loves to do interactive things. He's dressed up as a Viking before. He's dressed up all kinds of costumes for your class.
It just depends on how the mood hits me. But going back to, let's get away from me right now before the dirt comes up. You're kind of like me. You walk a fine line, but I think it's funny how I would think just probably everyone at Dobyns-Bennett knows someone who goes to Gate City or from Gate City and the other way around. That's why I think this is such an interesting potential rivalry. I mean, it just kind of makes geographic sense, but yet there's really not a lot of hatred like there is between Dobyns-Bennett and Science Hill.
No, I definitely, anytime I say I'm a Gate City girl or I'm from Gate City, I do not get a sense that people are like, oh, yeah, I don't get a sense of that at all. I think that it's a friendly rivalry, to be honest, between the two schools. Everybody I've talked to today has kind of had a jovial, joking attitude about it and been excited about the game tonight.
Well, we appreciate you spending just a few minutes with us. Good luck tonight. And, again, like I said, thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, I can't wait for y'all to see our halftime routine, and thank you for having me on.
Appreciate you. Again, that is Amanda Cox, Gate City alumni, and she's got a lot of dirt on Mr. Carr that we'll probably be.
That's why we got away from that. Shall we do halftime stats before we go any further with that?
No, we probably won't, but anyway, all this will be on the podcast later. So, yeah, Chris, take us through the stats first half.
Okay, I've got for Gate City, Kaylee Dunn with 2 points, Lexi Irvin with 4, Sam Gerald with 4. Sarah Thompson wound up with 11, Macy Mullins with 3, Riley Housewright with 2. On the defensive end, Kaylee Dunn with 1 rebound, Kendall Quillen with 2, Lexi Irvin with 2 steals for the Spider Monkey. Lexi Irvin with 1 steal, Sam Gerald 2 rebounds, Braylon Steele 3 rebounds and a steal. Sarah Thompson 5 rebounds now. Macy Mullins with 2, Riley Housewright with 4. Gate City went toe-to-toe with Dobyns-Bennett, and I think for the most part they have outplayed DB except for the passing game.
Yeah, those unfortunate turnovers, especially the last 4 minutes of the first half. You know, Gate City got a little bit lackadaisical with their passes, if you want to say. Or I attributed a little bit more to the Dobyns-Bennett pressure. You know, when they went full court, whenever they made a basket off a made basket and was able to set their defense, it was pretty hard for the Lady Devils to get up court. Now, once they got down and got in their offensive sets, it was a little bit different story. But anyway, that's why they play 2 halves, and it's 35-26. First few minutes, though, is going to be imperative for Gate City to not let this thing get a little bit out of hand. Again, I'm sure that Dobyns-Bennett went in and sort of took a look at things and talked a little about what they needed to do here in the second half.
Well, if Gate City can come down and get a quick basket, they are right back in this game. I would like to see them come out and, let's try to press DB and see what happens. Put the pressure on them, kind of turn the tables, see if they can handle it.
Again, about 30 seconds left here before the second half. And, of course, just a reminder, folks, we'll be here. We've got the boys game following this one. And, again, we'll be at Bluff City on Saturday, again, for the game between Sullivan East and Gate City. Again, the boys and girls varsity will be in action. We'll have coverage of that. Again, we'll have all of our normal sponsors and all of our normal ads. And, again, we certainly do want to say thank you to everybody for being with us. We also, again, want to say thank you to Miss Amanda Cox for spending a little bit of time with us there at halftime. And we're about ready to play some basketball. Starting off, looks like for Gate City will be their starting 5. Again, that's going to be Thompson. It's going to be also, as you say, Spider Monkey, Miss Quillen. Also, it's got Miss Macy Mullins. You've got Sam Gerald and Housewright. So that will start Gate City, and we're about ready to start the second half.
KC is going to inbound center court. Megan Ayers feeds it into Potts. Potts bringing it up. A little bit of pressure from Gerald just to keep her honest. Potts setting up on the big B at the center of the court. Passes over to Francis. Francis feeds it down low to Johnson. Johnson's shot blocked by
Thompson.
Sorry, I couldn't see the number there with the person. Referee ran right in front of me. Thompson takes it in, gets the bucket. That's exactly what we were talking about Gate City needed.
Great start for the Lady Devils. 35-28, 7:30 left as going baseline will be Dobyns-Bennett. And bounces out of bounds, goes over to the Lady Devils. This, of course, gives Dobyns-Bennett the opportunity to set up their full court pressure. Thompson will inbound the basketball. Sarah Thompson looking for somebody and almost about to get a 5, but she saved it as inside to Macy Mullins. Mullins turned the ball over, and then there was a foul.
Personal foul, Lady Indians 34, Caitlin Wallace.
Oh, they're going to put that on Caitlin Wallace. She's the one who stepped in and intercepted the ball and then went up for the layup and apparently got a rebound and then came down funny.
Couldn't really see because that referee standing in the way.
He's got a knack for that tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Macy Mullins got it and hits a streaking Gerald coming down the court. However, she misses the layup. Another rebound for Johnson of Dobyns-Bennett, and here comes the Lady Indians. Potts with the basketball, being guarded again by Sam Gerald around the top of the key. Potts' shot is up. Shot is, I guess that's going to be an air ball. Out of bounds, goes over to Gate City. Sarah Thompson will inbound the basketball once again for Gate City. 35-28, 7:02 left here in the third quarter. As they're trying to work the ball in, and Thompson works it.
Bounced it off the backside, we'll say. Megan Ayers gets her own pass back from that, takes it down herself all the entire length of the court, loses control, goes out of bounds. It's going to be DB ball.
She needs to, like I said, she just was a little bit out of control the whole offensive series there. As 6:50 left, 35-28, Dobyns-Bennett with the lead. Up at the top of the key will be Wallace. She's being guarded by Housewright as, again, the Indians look to try to get it inside to Johnson once again. Housewright is fronting her pretty good here in the second half. As going inside, though, as soon as I say that, give and go inside to Johnson. Johnson shots up and good. Lady Indians lead 37-28. Here comes the Devils as Thompson passes over to Gerald. Gerald to the top of the key to Quillen. Quillen with the basketball. Quillen to Thompson now. Back out to Gerald. Chris, they're going to jump in that zone, see if we can shoot them out of it. Just to Thompson. Thompson's got a step. She goes inside, gives it to Housewright, lays it up, and they're going to say no good.
I think they called 3 seconds on that.
3-second violation.
Somebody's camped out a little too long.
Going to go against Housewright, I guess. That would be the only one. So 37-28. 6 minutes left here, third quarter. Bringing the ball down will be Emily Lane for Dobyns-Bennett. Passes around. She's got it over to Francis. Francis goes in. Shots up. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Stolen away by Kendall Quillen of Gate City. And Thompson's now got the basketball. It goes in. Great pass to Gerald. Her shot's up, but it's going to be rejected. And she also got fouled by Caitlin Wallace.
It's going to be 2 on Wallace. And Gerald's going to be shooting.
So Gerald will be shooting 2.
She's the only one who's made the free throws for Gate City tonight. They only shot 4, but she made both of hers.
Gerald shots up and good. 37-29. Gate City hanging around here. 5:42 left. Gerald shots up, and it's no good. Rebounded, though, by Housewright. That looked like it went off of Johnson of Dobyns-Bennett, but they're going to say that it was off Housewright, and Dobyns-Bennett will have possession of the basketball. Looking to try to work it around the top of the key, and it's going to be an ill-advised pass out of bounds for Dobyns-Bennett. It's going to go over to the Lady Devils.
Little bounce pass there to Caitlin Wallace, and somehow it just kind of went between her legs and rolled out of bounds, so we'll take it.
First time in the ballgame for Blair Barrett, 5'5" junior for Dobyns-Bennett. Passes into Macy Mullins. Mullins got the basketball, and she's going to bring it across half court. Dobyns-Bennett back into their man-to-man defense. Gets it back up. Quillen and Mullins sort of playing, passing back and forth at the top. Now they've got Gerald into the action. Here comes Thompson. Thompson sort of isolated. She's going to drive in. Shot's going to be up. No good. Rebounded once again by Thompson. Shot's up. No good. And this rebound is going to go to number 34, Caitlin Wallace. Here comes Dobyns-Bennett on the run as they do kick it out. It's going to be a three-pointer up and good. Give that to number 3, Megan Ayers.
That's her third of the night.
40-29. You know, the shots that we were hitting the first quarter, Chris, we've sort of went cold. We've only scored 3 points here in the second half, and it's 40-29. Kind of that danger zone.
The good thing about it, Dobyns-Bennett's only scored 5. So both teams not playing particularly well right now. As pass goes inside the house, right? She tried to back her way up into it. Shot was no good, but she did draw a foul.
Foul's going to be on Bristol, 5'7" sophomore, and it's going to put Housewright on the line. Again, Housewright, a sophomore herself, coming off of a good freshman campaign when she wasn't hurt, makes the first free throw, and it's a 10-point game. And for the first time here in the second half will be Lexi Irvin as well as Kaylee Dunn. They're going to give Macy Mullins and also give Sam Jarrell a rest. Quillen back in the ballgame as well, giving Thompson a quick breather. 40-30, 4:25 left. Shots up and good. Into the ballgame also is Braylon Steele. So, Gate City within 9, 4:20 left. Potts has the basketball for Dobyns-Bennett. Brings it across, and she's got it to Barrett. Barrett at the top of the key. She's over to Emily Lane, who's got it back to Potts. Knocked away Chris, you got to say, Braylon Steele very active tonight.